morning, children. And well, it's Monday morning, the sun is shining, and it's time for our pre-prep assembly. I hope you've all enjoyed a lovely weekend, managed to get out into that beautiful sunshine and fresh air, ready for this final week of working hard at home before you and your grown-ups deserve a jolly good rest at half-term. Well, let's find out who impressed their teachers to earn themselves a merit badge last week. And we'll start with reception, and Miss Knight would like one for Benjamin, who has created a lovely picture for the poem that they have been working on, and also one for Fergal, who's done some super maths work. Mrs. Lawford would like one for Reggie, as he designed the most amazing game of Denga and gave a super explanation of his invented game. Sounds very exciting, Reggie. And also one for Teddy, who's been working very hard at home and also has been so kind and thoughtful to the people around him. Teddy, that is a really amazing reason to get a merit badge. Mrs. Kitto would like one for Ruby and Evan, both for the same reason. It's for their excellent maths investigations and observations. Moving on to year 2, Mrs. Fiddler would like one for Jemima for her superb work about Kenya, one for Pippa, who has also created some detailed Kenya work, but also for making Mrs. Fiddler smile with all the lambs that have been born on your farm. And lastly, one for Hattie, who's worked hard in everything, but Mrs. Fiddler has especially enjoyed your wonderful reading. Well done. I shall pop those in the post later today, along with your merit sticker, which I hope you pop on and wear with lots and lots of pride next week. Now, I think there's somebody out there called Hunter who might be feeling rather excited, because Hunter has got himself 100 rocket points. That's not an easy thing to do, and Hunter is the first person this year to achieve his Diamond Award. So, Hunter, I will be sending to you this certificate and the Diamond Badge, which you can put on your blazer and also put a big smile on your face, because that really is an amazing achievement. Well done. So in our assemblies this half-term, we've been thinking about being brave, about finding courage when maybe we feel scared or worried. And to help us understand that, we've looked at some stories. I've put some pictures on the board to remind you of all the stories we've read. We read about St. George, about David and Goliath. We read about that little mouse who was very, very brave in the story about the lion inside. And we also read about Logan, the bunny who was too scared to go out into the big wide world. But when he did, he realised there was a whole world of adventures waiting for him. I also told you a few weeks ago, I'm scared of horses. And you know, I still am, but having read these stories to you and thought about how all of these characters realised that they could overcome their fears by being a little bit brave, it's made me want to find the lion inside of me. And I'm quite determined that by the end of half-term, I am going to have found a horse somewhere in a field and maybe go up to the gate or the fence and say hello to it. I'm going to make sure I have my phone with me as well, so I can get some evidence and share with you how brave I can be with just a little bit of courage. Maybe it might help you be a little bit brave if there's something you're scared of as well. Well, today's story is one that makes me smile. It's one that maybe teaches us that sometimes the things we're scared of are really just a little bit silly. This story is called The Terrible Plop. 6 little rabbits down by the lake, munching on carrots and chocolate cake. I didn't know rabbits ate chocolate cake. Next to the lake, in a tree up high, a round red apple swings in the sky. Soft is the wind, and the tree bends low. The round red apple is all aglow. Suddenly comes a terrible plop. Up jump the rabbits. Hop, hop, hop. They shout to each other, "Run! Don't stop! We must get away from the terrible plop!" as they pass. "Where are you hopping to so very fast?" But the rabbits cry back, "We cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible Plop." "The terrible Plop?" thinks the fox in fear. "Maybe I'd better get out of here." "Goodbye, friends monkey. I cannot stop. I must get away from the terrible Plop." He runs with the rabbits, the monkey and the cat, the pig and the elephant, the tiger and the bat. Soon all of the animals, one by one, out of the forest, they come at a run. Out comes the leopard, out comes the goose, out comes the antelope, out comes the moose. They do not stay, they do not stop, they run, run, run from the terrible Plop. At last they come to the big brown bear, sunning himself in a folding chair. "What's this?" says the big brown bear with a frown. "Where are you running to? Stop! Slow down!" "No, no, brown bear, we cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible Plop." "The terrible Plop? What do I care about a silly old Plop?" yawns the big brown bear. "Oh no, brown bear," they cry, "you're wrong. The Plop is fierce, the Plop is strong. It's coming to get us, it's coming, you'll see." "What?" growls the brown bear. "Stronger than me?" And he grabs with his paw at the one coming last, the littlest bear, who's not very fast, the littlest rabbit, who's not very fast, the littlest rabbit with the littlest top, but the greatest fear of the terrible Plop. "Now, little rabbit, you show me where is the place of the Plop," snarls the big brown bear. "Oh, please, big bear, don't make me go. I'm very afraid of the Plop, you know." But the bear roars back, "You show me where, or I'll eat you up," says the big brown bear. Poor little rabbit, blink, blink, blink. Poor little rabbit, think, think, think. "I'm afraid of the Plop, I'm afraid of the bear. But the bear is here, and the Plop is there." Brave little rabbit, hop, 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 back to the lake and the terrible Plop. Big brown bear slowly comes to a stop. "So where," says the bear, "is this terrible Plop?" The sun is soft and the water is still. An evening wind rolls down from the hill. Tall and dark stands the big brown bear, dark and strong with his nose in the air. Next to the lake in a tree up high, a round red apple swings in the sky. Suddenly comes a terrible Plop. But this time, the rabbit does not hop. The wind rolls down from the top of the hill, but this time the littlest rabbit sits still and turns to speak to the big brown bear. But the big brown bear is not there. The rabbit calls out to the big brown bear, "Where are you going to, bear? Oh, where?" The bear cries back, "I cannot stop! Quick! It's coming! The terrible Plop!" One little rabbit down by the lake, happily munching on chocolate cake. All this running really should stop. Who's afraid of a silly old Plop? I hope that story made you smile as much as it made me smile. Well, the song I've chosen for us to sing today is the one that tells us we're all different in many ways, but that doesn't mean we can't get along. It's our song about living together in harmony. So up you get on your feet and see if you can join in. I'm good at this, you're good at that, but the world keeps spinning round. I can both, you can that, and the world keeps spinning round. It doesn't really matter that we're different as can be. We get along from day to day, living in harmony. Harmony, You like blue, I like black, but the world keeps spinning round. You like jazz, I like rap, but the world keeps spinning round. It doesn't really matter, that's what different as can be. We get along from day to day, living in harmony. Harmony, living in harmony. Well done. So time to light our candle. And time for today's prayer. So put your hands together, close your eyes, listen to the words and make them your own by saying Amen at the end. Dear God, please be with us today in our work and in our play. Make us brave enough to overcome the things that frighten us. Help us remember that courage makes the world a better place to be. Amen. That was our final assembly about being brave. But if you've got a story about a time when you were brave, I'd love to hear it. Maybe you could share it with me on Tapestry or Seesaw. It really would make my day and maybe help me find my courage too. Well, have a lovely, lovely week working hard. I continue to enjoy seeing all of the things that you're uploading onto Tapestry and Seesaw. And then have a wonderful, wonderful half term. Look after your grown-ups who've been working incredibly hard looking after you. And let's hope the sun stays shining. I'll leave you with our assembly music.